The room was dimly lit, the air thick with tension and unspoken desire. Sheng Shao You stood near the window, staring at Hua Yong, who leaned casually against the desk, his dark eyes glinting with that familiar enigmatic intensity. Sheng's heart pounded, not with fear, but with an overwhelming desire mixed with frustration. For years, he had accepted his role submissive yielding, the bottom in their dynamic. But tonight, he wanted to assert himself, to claim what he had longed for. Hua Yong, Sheng said, voice firm but trembling slightly. I want to top you. Hua Yong's dark eyes widened just a fraction, a rare flicker of surprise flashing across his otherwise unreadable face. Then, slowly, a small, amused smile curved his lips. Top me, he repeated, voice low and teasing. Do you forget who I am, little Sheng? I've never allowed it. You think tonight will be different? Sheng's chest tightened. Of course, Hua Yong would never surrender his dominance easily. He had orchestrated every moment of Sheng's life. The lies, the manipulations, the nights of controlled pleasure, the kidnapping, the marking, the permanent claim. He had dominated Sheng in ways no one else could, weaving control and desire into a seamless, intoxicating web. And now, Sheng wanted to challenge that. He wanted to assert, to lead even if only briefly. I don't care, Sheng said, his voice trembling but determined. I want to try. I need to know what it's like to lead, to have control. Even for a moment, Hua Yong's gaze softened slightly, but the underlying dominance remained. You forget, little Sheng, he murmured, stepping closer. I decide the rules. I decide the boundaries. And I have never, not once, let you lead. Not fully, not completely. You may desire it. But desire alone does not grant power. Sheng swallowed hard, his mind flashing back to their past. He remembered the nights Hua Yong had gone into a rut, taking him in the dark, leaving only a letter of cruel manipulation behind. The kidnapping, the permanent marking, the cancer cure scheme with Shen Wenling. Every act had reinforced Hua Yong's dominance, his untouchable control. And yet, despite all of that, Sheng's desire to lead had never waned. I'll try anyway, Sheng whispered, voice almost pleading. Please, let me. Just once. I need to experience it. Hua Yong studied him for a long moment, his sharp eyes glinting with amusement and something else. Something tender, almost vulnerable, though hidden beneath layers of control. Very well, he murmured finally. We can explore it. But understand this, I will not yield completely. You may lead, but I still decide how it unfolds. You will never fully dominate me. Sheng's pulse quickened. That was all he needed. Even a fleeting moment of control, even a taste, was enough to ignite his heart and senses. He stepped closer, hands trembling slightly as he reached for Hua Yong. The air between them was electric, charged with years of desire, tension, and unspoken understanding. As they moved together, Sheng's mind raced. He remembered every manipulation, every calculated move Hua Yong had made to bind him, claim him, and dominate him. The parking lot, the kidnapping, the drugs, the marking, the rut, the letter, all of it culminated in this moment. And now, as he tentatively asserted control, he felt a rush of exhilaration and fear unlike anything he had known. Hua Yong allowed him small movements, small gestures of dominance, teasing him subtly, testing his confidence, reminding him that true control was never fully his. Sheng's hands shook as he guided Hua Yong, heart racing, mind spinning with a mixture of rebellion and longing. Every motion, every glance, every whispered word was charged with desire and tension. You are mine, little Sheng, Hua Yong murmured, voice low and intimate as he leaned into Sheng's guidance. Even when you attempt to lead, even when you challenge me, you are still mine. Remember that. Sheng's heart thundered. He knew. He had always known. Hua Yong's dominance was absolute, unyielding, inescapable. And yet, the thrill of asserting himself, of testing the boundaries, of exploring this forbidden dynamic, made his pulse race and his mind spin. Hours passed as they navigated this delicate balance of power and surrender. Sheng led tentatively, with cautious confidence, while Hua Yong allowed small gestures, small moments of control. With cautious confidence, while Hua Yong allowed small gestures, small moments of control, always reminding him that dominance was a dance, a push and pull, not absolute. Sheng felt a mixture of empowerment and frustration. Empowerment at finally asserting himself, frustration at the limits imposed by Hua Yong's indomitable presence. Sheng's thoughts drifted to the first time he had realized Hua Yong's true nature, the manipulation, the rut, the kidnapping, the marking. Every memory fueled his determination to explore this new dynamic, to challenge, to assert, to test the boundaries. And yet, every memory also reminded him of the unyielding dominance that Hua Yong wielded effortlessly, the power that had bound him for years. "You are not an Omega," Sheng whispered finally, breaking the silence that had settled over the room. "You are something more, something I don't understand, and yet, I want to lead you." Hua Yong's eyes softened, a rare vulnerability breaking through his usual calm and commanding presence. "You may try, little Sheng," he murmured. "But remember, I am not a bottom. I am not yours to command fully. You may explore, you may assert, but I still choose how this unfolds. Always." Sheng's chest tightened. He knew. He had always known. And yet, the thrill, the desire, the aching need to assert himself was irresistible. He guided Hua Yong tentatively, feeling the rush of control, the subtle pushback, the delicate dance of dominance and submission that had defined their relationship for years. Every touch, every glance, every whispered word was a test, a challenge, a declaration. Sheng felt alive in a way he had never known, empowered and vulnerable, frustrated and exhilarated. Hua Yong's calm, commanding presence reminded him constantly that control was never absolute, that desire alone could not grant dominance. And yet, the fleeting moments of shared power, of alternating control, were intoxicating. Sheng's thoughts drifted again to the past. The manipulation, the rut, the marking, the cancer cure. Every act of Hua Yong's dominance had led to this moment, had prepared him to assert, to explore, to experience this new dynamic.